Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the Ford F-150 STX. This is the best bang for your buck F-150. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford here in Provo for giving me some time with this F-150. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions and you need help, just ask for Johnny. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.7 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 325 horsepower and then 400 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So, taking a look at the hood, first off, you notice that this truck is pretty bright blue, but got a little bit of waviness happening up there. Love the lights here. I think that's pretty cool looking. See the darker gray coloration for the grille. You've got the Ford logo there front and center. Fog lights on either side. You got recovery points there at the very bottom. And there's the front end. Tire wheel setup is 275 by 60 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here on the wheels you got the silver with the metallic gray. Got that nice little cut there in the fender. F-150 STX on the side. And then you got like a satin finish there on the door handles and the mirror caps. Leaf springs in the rear. There's your side profile. Now here's a quick look at the key fob. We've got a lock and unlock function, Ford logo there on the back. Got the flip out key as well, so pretty simplistic. Now with the tailgate, I don't think this one is dampened. Yeah, it's not, so you gotta lower it down under your own effort. Nothing fancy happening here on the bed, so basically all you gotta do is just throw in some bed liner and it's good to go. Tailgate's light. Got, again, the white around the Ford logo is kind of like a newer thing. Got the more baseline tail lights and got a little exhaust tip hanging out the bottom. There's the rest of the rear. Now popping into the passenger cabin, got a little bit more basic material use at the top, and then down below you can see the soft touch and the stitching. And then here are the seats. Got the yellow throughout, kind of interesting, the overall design there. Storage underneath. Tons and tons of legroom. Again, this is a crew cab F-150. Got a little storage pocket there. Cup holders. We also have some vents in the back, some charging ports too, 12-volt USB. The rear glass is fixed, so that doesn't open or anything. Good headroom, by the way. And when you're all done, sleep. This leads us up front, where, again, we've got the soft touch. All of our window controls, front two are automatic. Got your mirror adjustments. Door lock and unlock, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Payload capacity is 1606. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6650. And here's the front seat. It is manual with the adjustments. Got all of our light controls there. You can see with the parking brake. Steering wheel is manually adjustable as well. Oh, we got one of these, so we gotta flip it open and yep, just like normal. Taking a look at the steering wheel, it's a little bit more basic with the material use, but anyways, we've got cruise control, volume, voice command controls there for the center. We have our turn signal, windshield wiper stalk, column shifter there. Notice plus and minus, you can shift the gears yourself. You got that M for the manual mode to pop it into that, to do that, and it's pretty solid column shifter in terms of how easy it is to use. Digital gauge cluster here, and you can change what information is displayed with this gauge cluster, so user friendly. And it's cool that they now put the digital in pretty much all the F-150s, so even in a baseline truck like this, you got the fancy screen. Backup camera in reverse, trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel, and good resolution with that. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, quick response time with the screen, and yes, you do get the big display with this as well, but notice there's no buttons around it or anything like that. Speaking of buttons, drive line select does have a 2-speed transfer case, no 4-wheel auto though, but we do have a rear locking differential, and your drive mode select is that twisty dial. Single zone climate, and then you got some physical controls for the screen, and then also your stability controls in that section as well. Charging port area with some USBs, storage here in the center, cup holders and all that, and more underneath with the center console. Nice soft touch trim here. You've got storage above the glove box, no lid, but then you got a regular lidded glove box. we'll pretend like makes sense. Rear view mirror, sunglass holder, no sunroof. So here's our window sticker, 2025 F-150 with the 2.7, 200A equipment group, 52,130. And this truck can be yours today. Da, 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 da. Okay, anyways, let's see how it performs. Well, STX, let's see how it performs. And always zero fuel range. It happens. At least we're not going far, so it's not that big of a deal. This 2.7 V6 is quite beloved by those that have it. Gets good fuel economy, has good power, and it seems to be pretty darn reliable as well. It's an interesting, I'm trying to get the seat to go back more. There we go. It's an interesting powertrain. It's a, you know, small displacement turbo V6. It doesn't sound like the most exciting thing on the planet, but it actually seems to perform quite well. So good low end torque. It's not going to feel quite as strong as the 3.5 EcoBoost, but save yourself some money on the engine cost, and then real world fuel economy in this is pretty similar to the EcoBoost, so you don't really save yourself on gas, but you don't get any worse gas mileage, even though the engine's probably going to be working a little bit harder. The interior in this STX is nice. I think they did a good job. I mean, it's, you know, again, more basic truck, but they do have some materials and touch points that are a little bit more premium, like center console too. It's got some nice trim on it. Yeah, good power. Again, it doesn't have the top end of the 3.5, but it's got good torque, and overall it feels quick enough. Not quick, but quick enough. It definitely feels a lot more monstrous in the Ranger, that's for sure. But, you know, that's a mid-size versus full size we got here. And just like other F-150s, this is very comfortable with the ride. Suspension's great. And that is I think the big winning point of the F-150 in the full-size pickup truck segment is the ride comfort on-road, at least. It really does drive quite a bit more car-like compared to a lot of the competition, and I think that helps it out quite a bit. So, other than that, the STX is just kind of like, if you want, you know, work truck interior, but you don't want to work truck looks, then the STX provides that. And I think this is smart. I think that we should have more trucks like this, because there's a lot of people that want basic. Now, what I will criticize Ford for is they did have a package called the, I'm going to struggle to say this, but the Rattler, R-A-T-T-L-E-R. And it was supposed to be kind of like a basic off-roader, and then it only existed for like 1 year, and then it just didn't exist anymore. I think that that's what the STX should be. And I understand that it's got the 4x4 decal and it has a 2-speed transfer kit. And this basically is a Rattler, but they should put more aggressive tires on it from the factory, I think. Just to kind of really hit it home that this is an affordable, because you have a 2-speed transfer case and a rear locking differential in a pickup truck, like, you're going to be able to go places. Okay. So yeah, I think that they should just kind of like sell that a little bit more. This could be kind of like a entry-level Tremor is some way. It's obviously it's not going to have the shocks, it's not going to have all the skid plates and everything the Tremor has, but I think that's one way they could sell this, and it would help kind of add value. And I think that's something that automakers really need to do right now, is add value with these vehicles, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is an entry-level pickup truck. I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't go into fumes. But anyways, this is an entry-level pickup truck, and it's over $50,000. That's like how much the average individual here in the country makes. So it's like, if you're going to be asking someone's yearly salary for a pickup truck, then as much value as you can add, then my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think about the STX here.